Do you take notes while reading, but end up with pages that don't make sense later? It's not that you're a bad learner. It's just that your summary isn't structured to make ideas stand out and stay with you. After summarizing hundreds of non-fiction books, our team at ReadinGraphics identified 3 core summary frameworks that make summaries clear, logical, and easy to remember. In this video, you'll learn how to use them to create book summaries that stick. Most non-fiction books follow a hidden pattern. Once you get that structure, summarizing it becomes so much easier. Let's walk through the 3 structures that appear again and again in great books, starting with the simplest one, sequential. Summarize chapter by chapter. Some books are designed to be followed step by step. Each chapter builds on the last, guiding you through a clear process or sequence. We call these sequential books, and the best way to summarize them is to follow the author's original flow. There are many books that follow this straightforward format. Take Atomic Habits by James Clear. The book begins with a short backstory and habit fundamentals, then moves through 4 chapters that explain the 4 laws of behavioral change, before ending with advanced tips. Another sequential book is 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. It starts with an overture, followed by 12 chapters covering each of the 12 rules. So for sequential books, it's best to summarize them by mirroring the author's original roadmap. Distill each chapter down to one core idea with supporting points and examples. Here are some pro tips. Use chapter titles and subheaders that reflect the book's logic, and limit each chapter to 5 to 7 supporting points and 1 to 2 lines per example or case study. You can always return later to extract extra detail once the core structure is set. The approach is straightforward, but not all books follow this structure. Some are more thematic. Group big ideas by theme. Thematic books read like a collection of stories and insights that circle around several main themes, lessons, or principles. To summarize books like this, focus on grouping similar lessons together under recurring themes. Aim for no more than 5 to 7 big ideas that keep surfacing, then organize the related insights and examples under each one. Take The Art of Learning by Josh Weskin. The earlier chapters follow his chess and martial arts journey. Key themes such as learning and growing through adversity only become clear toward the end. In such books, start by identifying the main themes, then group all the related lessons and examples into one section that captures this idea. Another example is How Big Things Get Done by Ben Fleischer and Dan Gardner. It's about managing mega projects ranging from the Pentagon to the Sydney Opera House. In the end, the book boils down to 2 major themes: why big projects fail and how to make them succeed. So for thematic books, summarize them by meaning, not chapter. Here are some pro tips. Identify 2 to 3 master themes, or at most 5 to 7, to anchor your summary. Use those themes as section headings. Then write 1 short context line for each theme along with the supporting points. Lastly, pull the most relevant examples from across the book, selecting the ones that best illustrate each idea. For our last structure, let's look at books that combine both approaches. We call these hybrid structures. Capture core framework, then applications and examples. Hybrid books are built around a central framework or model. To summarize such books, start with the framework first. Capture what problem it solves, how it works, and what its main components are. Then, layer in case studies, applications, or practical uses. For example, the balanced scorecard revolves around a single model to translate strategy into action. It's built around 4 perspectives: financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth. Once you have summarized the model, you can add examples and ways to apply it. Another example is The Chimp Paradox by Steve Peters. This centers around a core framework that explains how the human, chimp, and computer parts of your brain shape your thinking and behaviors. You should summarize the model, then follow with real-life applications such as managing emotions or decision-making under stress. So for hybrid books, lead with the framework, then support it with examples and action steps. And here are more pro tips. When summarizing the core framework, explain what problem does it solve and how does it work. List the key principles or components, then add examples and action steps. These 3 structures, sequential, thematic, and hybrid, form the foundation of every great summary. Once you know how to match the right structure to the right book, you'll find it so much easier to summarize, remember, and apply ideas from useful non-fiction books. Try them out for your next read, or check out the Done For You summaries at ReadinGraphics. Start by reviewing a free infographic summary linked in the description. Happy learning!